everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyian and you are watching Kyian by Design. This is my first actual video on this channel and I'm so excited to kick it off, especially with these first two Bohemian inspired DIY decor pieces. They look great, they're really simple to make, and they're really inexpensive because they use mostly products from the dollar store. Now before we get into the tutorial, I want to encourage you guys to hit that subscribe button down below for more DIY projects, more thrift hauls, etc, that will be coming to this channel because I got a lot of it coming. But now with no further delay, let's get into the first project. For this first project, you're going to need one of these dollar store wine glasses, some popsicle sticks, a dollar store tumbling tower game, some wood glue, and a handsaw. First, I'm going to start by bringing some water to a boil on my stove and placing the popsicle sticks inside the boiling water completely submerged for 30 minutes. I had to create this funny looking rig to get them to completely stay under the water. Next, what I'm going to do is remove them from the water and quickly but carefully, I'm going to bend them around the glass so that it takes the shape of the glass. I tried to rubber band them into place, but the rubber bands I had were not strong enough, so what I'm going to be doing is using some Scotch tape. And once everything's taped together, you just leave it like this overnight to dry, and the next morning, everything should have held its shape. I'm going to start by taking some sandpaper to sand down those rough corners where there may have been some breakage. Then on the bottom of these popsicle sticks, I'm going to be cutting off the tips so that they can perfectly meet in the center under the wine glass. Next, I'm going to be taking my wood glue and I'm going to be gluing the first two popsicle sticks to one of these tumbling tower pieces, placing them upside down on the glass and clamping them into place to dry. Next, I took a second tumbling tower piece and I cut that in half with my saw. I'll be attaching these pieces to either side of the first piece with some wood glue, clamping them into place, wiping away any excess glue and leaving them to dry. Then I'll be taking my other two popsicle sticks and placing them on those tumbling tower pieces with some wood glue. And to hold their shape, I'm actually going to place the wine glass inside of the piece while they dry. Now to give the bottom of this piece a more finished look, I'm actually going to be taking this scrap piece of wood that I had in my stash and my hole saw drill bit, and I'll be cutting a circular piece out of this wood. I took some sandpaper to those rough edges and sanded them down so they were nice and smooth. Once that was ready, I took some more wood glue and spread it thinly and evenly on the bottom of my piece before placing the round wooden piece in the center. I wiped away any excess wood glue before clamping it in place to dry. The next step is taking your wood stain of choice. I'm going to be using this Varathane wood stain in red oak, and with a foam brush I'm going to be evenly coating the entire piece in wood stain, making sure to get every nook and cranny. Once the piece is completely coated in stain, I recommend leaving it overnight to dry before using it, and then the following day you can pop the wine glass in, put your favorite candle inside, and you have your very own Bohemian inspired candle holder. For this project, you're going to need one of these dollar store mirrors, an embroidery hoop, some wooden dowels, a drill, paint or spray paint of your choice, E6000, hot glue, a saw, and some wood glue. First, what you're going to want to do is take your saw and your mirror and cut the border off of the mirror so you're left with only the circular mirror in the center. Now with some sandpaper, you're just going to sand down the rough edges of that mirror so they're nice and smooth. I'm also going to be using the sandpaper on the front to take off the existing paint so that the paint that we're going to be putting on this adheres much better. Now with my embroidery hoop, I'm going to place my mirror in the bottom middle, take a ruler and find the center of the mirror and mark it on either side of the embroidery hoop. Then with my saw, I'm going to cut those marks out and place the rest of the embroidery hoop to the side, sand down the rough edges. Then I'm going to place my mirror back inside the bottom of the embroidery hoop, bring in the remaining piece and mark that on the other embroidery hoop, make the cuts with my saw, and then they should be able to slide together like this. Now, using a combination of E6000 and hot glue, I'm going to attach the round mirror inside of the embroidery hoops. I'll also be using the same combination of hot glue and E6000 on the corners of the eye mirror, making sure to press them into place until the hot glue dries. And once it's dry, you should have something that resembles an eyeball. Now to create the eyelashes for your eye mirror, you're going to want to cut 5 larger wooden dowels at 4 inches and 5 smaller wooden dowels at 2.5 inches. Take a drill bit that's the same thickness as your dowel, and using your dowel, you're going to find the center of your eyeball mirror before drilling a hole. That first dowel should fit snugly into place, and then just to make sure that everything is even, I'm going directly to the opposite side on the bottom and attaching the first smaller dowel. I'm going to be repeating the same process for all of the outer eyelashes, making sure that they are aligned with the ones directly across from them. You should be able to start seeing your eye mirror come together, and now we're ready to paint. The first thing I'm going to do is with a damp rag, I'm going to wipe down the mirror and make sure that I get any sawdust off from when we were sanding earlier. Then with some painter's tape, I'm going to cover the mirror completely so we don't get any of our paint on it. And then I'll be using this Craft Smart black paint, but you can use any paint that you like. And I'm just going to evenly coat the entire mirror from front to back in this black paint. Let it dry, and then once it's done, you can remove the tape, and now you have your own beautiful Bohemian eye mirror. Well guys, that does it for the very first tutorial here on my new YouTube channel. Let me know down in the comments below which of these projects was your favorite, and if you happen to recreate any of these projects, please feel free to share them with me on social media and tag me. All of my links will be down in the description. That about does it for this first video, so make sure you guys give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe down below for future videos. This has been Kyian by Design, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!